Hi everyone. So here we are in Budapest, and this is a very controversial site, and let me explain why. There are so many pictures that you see put up here, not as part of this official memorial of Jews who were murdered in the Holocaust. So you have the picture of Auschwitz, Albert Frei, and you see all these Jews who were murdered in 1944, 550,000. Israel, 550,000 Jews, Hungarian Jews were murdered. So how long will we tolerate the denial of war and crimes and genocide? Thank God that's not talking about falsely accusing Israel of Gaza, of a genocide in Gaza. Something else is at play completely. So Hungary was an ally of Hitler from the beginning of the war, but they did not implement anti-Jewish rules, which is very interesting. Admiral Horthy, who was an ally of Hitler, was not initially an anti-Semite. He was pressured by Hitler at the beginning of 1944 to finally begin deporting the Jews. And he put up no resistance after that. And then, on the contrary, he got really into it in the worst way. And you had the fastest murder of humanity in the history of the world. 600,000 people killed in 3 or 4 months from April to like June of 1944. But this monument would have you believe that Hungary was fighting for freedom against the Nazis, because they did kind of resist the Nazis only from October of 1944. That's when Admiral Horthy tried to sign his own separate peace treaty with the Russians, with the Allies. But that's October 1944. Hungary was allies of Hitler from 1939, and the Hungary participated or orchestrated with the Nazis the deportation of 600,000 Jews to their deaths. That's the fact. This would have you believe that they were, again, fighting for freedom. So for the longest time, people come here and they put up pictures of Jews who were murdered, saying, how long are you going to deny that you were a part of this, that Hungary was a part of it? Now, let's bring it up to date. You see all these Jews who were murdered in 1944. Here's one. You can see, obviously, Jewish, Laszlo, Szabó Laszlo, so many Hungarian Jews. This is very connected here. Look at the memorial behind it. They're very connected to my wife's family because they were in neighboring Slovakia, and my wife's grandparents hid out here as non-Jews in Budapest, and they survived the war. And but my grandmother-in-law's brother was murdered at 22. His name is on the rolls at Auschwitz. But here's the point. So now you have Viktor Orban, who's president. He's been accused of anti-Semitism, falsely. Now why? Because people are saying, oh, Orban is a nationalist for Hungary. He won't acknowledge the complicity of Hungary with the Nazis. He wants to say that Hungary had no Nazi past, etc. When the truth is, those are issues that have to be discussed, but the truth is that Orban is